When reassessing car rental companies like Avis, revenue per day and rental days have declined modestly, suggesting underlying demand isn't smooth and solid like a paved road. Yet we must also consider the effect of tariffs on top of used car price trends. If tariffs remain in place and meaningfully inflate new car prices, rental demand and fleet residual values could strengthen, supporting margins. However, the industry remains capital-intensive and highly sensitive to depreciation assumptions, especially for EVs. So in order to stabilize profitability, it'll be important for wise fleet management, stronger used car pricing, and expansion into autonomous fleet service. Now, as investors watch whether improved asset values translate into sustainable earnings, tariffs can provide a tailwind since imported vehicles will be more expensive, leading to a reshaping force on consumer behavior and industry economics, potentially nudging consumers away from ownership and toward alternatives such as rentals or used cars. For rental car companies that regularly cycle vehicles into the secondary market, rising new car prices could bolster residual values and make their used inventory more attractive. In that sense, tariffs prompt a reassessment of the embedded value in rental fleets which function as operating assets, as well as being potential inventory for resale. Though for the time being, Avis's most recent quarter hasn't realized these proposed advantages, instead reflecting challenges, with revenue of $2.66 billion, down 1.7% year-over-year and below expectations. On top of that, there was a GAAP loss of $21.25 per share, far worse than anticipated, and just $5 million in adjusted EBITDA versus forecasts of nearly $146 million. For the full year, revenue reached $11.7 billion, but the company recorded a net loss of $995 million. A major contributor was a $518 million impairment tied to electric vehicles, as management shortened the useful life of certain EVs in its U.S. fleet. Free cash flow in the quarter was negative $181 million, though improved from the prior year. Management has responded with balance sheet and fleet adjustments. In December, Avis monetized EV-related tax credits for $183 million in cash and issued $965 million in asset-backed securities to refinance fleet debt. Liquidity stood at roughly $818 million, with an additional $2.1 billion in fleet funding capacity. These moves signal a shift toward tighter capital discipline after an aggressive EV expansion proved costly amid softer residual values. Avis is also positioning itself beyond traditional rentals. Its multi-year partnership with Waymo will see Avis manage fleet operations for a fully autonomous ride-hailing service in Dallas, launching publicly in 2026. Waymo, which currently delivers over 250,000 paid trips per week using approximately 1,500 vehicles in cities including Phoenix, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Austin, represents one of the few scaled autonomous operators in the U.S. The Dallas rollout comes as competitors such as Tesla push robotaxi ambitions, intensifying the race to commercialize driverless mobility. For Avis, the partnership reflects an effort to evolve from a cyclical rental company into a broader mobility infrastructure provider. By leveraging its global footprint of roughly 10,000 locations across 180 countries, it's trying to offer maintenance, depot management, and fleet logistics services to autonomous operators. If successful, this asset-light service model could diversify earnings and reduce sensitivity to used vehicle pricing swings. Speaking of pricing swings, keep up with stock price swings with TradingView, your trusted tool to track and scan the markets. Try it for free, link in the description and pinned comment.